Ladies and gentlemen, we had an incredible first game of the day wherein two college teams bought out their very best and actually lit up a Torda complex with an absolute stunner. And now we have two sub-junior teams duking it out with each other, hoping for the very best. We have Rosary High School from Navelim taking on Our Lady of Perpetual Succour. So we'll quickly introduce you to the teams. Again, two fine teams, two highly talented teams who will be looking forward to post a statement, a strong one, in fact, as a staggering contest if 60 minutes unfolds. Now, just to give you all a heads up, this is a game for the sub junior boys. So, considering their age in mind and considering the kind of torment that they are willing to endure, the game has been reduced to 60 minutes. Now, here's the starting line of a Rosary High School. We have Sanjay Yadav, Messi Rebello, Gulam Bepari, Sally Rebello, Sweden Costa, Aryan Tulsimani, Ken Fernandez, Sam Pereira, Asen Rodriguez, Adrian Carvalho, and Justin Carvalho. There's a starting lineup for Our Lady of Perpetual Succour. Vaughn, Macbeth, Sanjay, Velino, Edwin, Freden. Well, we'll have to do with that at the moment. So just to give you all a quick introduction of the teams, we have Our Lady of Perpetual Succour in red attacking on your screen from the right to the left. Well, and we have the team in blue, Rosary High School, who will be attacking on your screen from the left to the right. And these two teams, they have some terrific embers in their ranks who can actually explode into a full-blown conflagration, making this a contest to savor. A kind of a bit of a tumbling start here for the two teams. Rosary High School just hoping to find an early inroad from that left, but it doesn't seem like that they will be succeeding. A couple of watery passes, not really finding their coveted destinations. And as things stand, it is Rosary High School who has the possession at the moment and are trying to drive forward. Now, that was quite a decent attempt to send in a scarring through ball. Unfortunately, that wouldn't be doing them any good. Now it's a chance for them to break from the right, maybe spot a run down the central channel, try and put it to good use. Oh, that's a fine ball there, but doesn't seem like there was any player who could have chased it down, so it would eventually end up in the safe arms of the goalkeeper. But now it seems like there is a throw. We'll try and confirm. Yeah, apparently the goalkeeper didn't want to take any risk. A bit of a pause on play here. The referee just taking some time here. It's a throw in now in favor of Rosary High School. And now that's some nifty footwork there in the central channel. Uh, he still carries forward with the ball, sends it down that far left wing, sends it forward again, and now he tries to keep on driving faster, gets an opportunity, looking for some shooting space. They have the required personnel and definitely the numbers that is required to pose a serious threat. Kande sends in a scarring cross from the left. The ball's still alive, even though it's slightly out of the danger zone, and a decent piece of work at the end of the day by Our Lady of Perpetual Succour. So it's OLPS at the moment in red who will like to get the ball out of the danger zone. Does a decent job of knitting together a few short passes, quite precise ones to be honest. A constant tussle for the ball in that central channel. And quite a run from that left. Now this can be an opportunity here. The ball still remains with Rosary High School. They let one fly. They won't have much to smile about at the moment as it was deflected away for a corner. They have a corner for sure, set piece early in the game. Now the question is, will they be able to put that set piece to good use? Only time shall divulge the answer for all of us. It's a corner and they're all set. They're putting their numbers forward. Floats that into the box and headed clear by OLPS at the moment. a few short passes. Now this is the chance for OLPS to probably try. Now that was a long ball that was sent in, hoping that the player would reach it. He eventually does, and he keeps the ball in play. Can a shot come out from the situation? It still hasn't apparently. The tussle, the fisticuff between the players go on. A shot comes in here, slightly wide, and that will definitely not be a bane for the goalkeeper. However, it's a corner nonetheless, the second corner of the day for Rosary High School, and OLPS has some serious defense to do here. And a bit of an early pressure there. They'll have to weather that early storm if they're to stay in this match. And the corner comes in again. Another decent header, looking for a shooting chance maybe, trying to set himself up. Well, that's decent defending, persistent defending. The shot comes floating in. Once again, the defender sticking a foot out, creating it away for a corner at the far end again. Third corner now in a span of 1.5 minutes. And this kind of signifies the pressure that Rosary High School want to build upon OLPS. But one needs to keep in mind that this early pressure will not count unless they are able to make good use of it, unless they are able to put in the kind of incision that you require for a goal. Not a very decent clearance, shot comes in, but it goes slightly wide, and that would be a goal kick here for OLPS. Now that spell of attack, that spell of battery that OLPS was subjected to, that was quite intense. A decent work done at the end of the day by OLPS to keep the ball out of the goal, and that's what matters. One may say that it's a kind of football, well, definitely the gentry of football matters, but at the end of the day, in a football ground, what does speak is what the scorecard has to say at the end of your regulation time. So some attacking brand of football here from Rosary High School, RHS. Well, in OLPS, being very persistent, being very resolute in their defense, not really willing to give away an inch without a fight. Now, this was a bit of a howler, but it seemed that they were not able to redeem the same. And now OLPS has a chance to break from the left. Quickly passes it down to the central channel, but he's crowded out by two attackers of Rosary High School. Allowed appeal for offside, but the referee has said, or the linesman has not raised his flag. This can be a golden opportunity for OLPS. The shot comes in, and the ball's got into the back of the net against the tide of the play. Our Lady of Perpetual School Our Lady of Perpetual Succour has taken the lead. What a fine strike! What an exemplary team goal was that! Early lead, defying the tide of the play. OLPS has slapped their noses ahead. Now the question is, can they defend this lead as fiercely as they have been defending their goal in the first few minutes of the game? Now that is how you play football. As I said a few moments back, at the end of the regulation time, what does matter is what your scorecard has to say. No matter how dominant you have been, no matter how many shots you've unloaded, no matter how well you have defended, if there's one mistake that has cost you a goal, and that is what cost you the match as well, at the end of it all, that is what everyone is going to talk about. So you've got to be careful, you've got to take your chances, you've got to be a lot more incisive and precise when you attack. Now here's a corner for Rosary High School. Sends it into the mix. Well defended. The ball still not out of danger. It stays with Rosary High School. A bit of a struggle there, but he manages to keep the ball at his feet. Well intercepted there by, or rather, sorry, it was OLPS who was with the ball. Now, Rosary High School has a chance. They've definitely upped the ante, and they've definitely upped the numbers in the attacking third. They're looking for some space for them to open up. Now this can be a great run, another opportunity to double their lead and find that insurance strike. They will be denied by by Rosary High School at the moment. A bit of constant struggle there, but the flag has gone up, eventually signaling offside. So that will allow some breathing space to Rosary High School. Out of the first 8 minutes of action that we have stayed witness to, Rosary High School has definitely been the favorites of the two in terms of attack. But when it comes to goals, OLPS, Our Lady of Perpetual Succour, has secured an early lead, being very opportunistic. Now that's quite a long ball and a chase as well. The goalkeeper's out of his line. So are the defenders. The entire goal is gaping at them if they can drag the ball in their favor. A bit of a lethargy, a bit of an apathetic approach there from OLPS. Probably this could have been goal number 2 because the entire goal was at their behest. The danger is still not over. The goalkeeper was once again off this line, but before he could have a late claim to the ball, the flag's gone up, eventually giving away a free kick now to Rosary High School. Now, despite the attacking quotient that Rosary High School has stitched over the passing few seconds or over the past few minutes, at the end of the day, it seems that their defense started with a few chinks. Now that has exploded into a full-blown crevasse, and unless they can bring someone onto the ground or anyone of the personnel who's present on the ground, unless they can coax them to deliver a better showdown, this crevasse can lead to further reasons of downfall and further reasons of woe for Rosary High School, because OLPS, they have thrived in opportunities. They have stayed calm in the face of pressure. They have defended resolutely. They have weathered that early storm, but at the end of it all, they have stood tall and they have continued defending fiercely. And whatever opportunity came their way, they took it with arms wide open. Now this can be another great run. Here's a chance. They keep the ball at their feet, but the flag's gone up, so that should be an offside. He was slightly mistimed his run. Now that's quite a fascinating start from these two young teams. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, do not be deceived by their age. Do not be deceived by the category. Just focus on the football. They do not care about the age. For them, age is just a number. They still have a lot to grow about. But the gentry of football that you would witness, the kind of football that you will today watch them play, is the seed of the future, is the seed of future for Indian football, is the seed of that undaunting spirit that they house, is the seed of the metal of nerves, or rather a metal of metal, that if that's what we may call it, that will be taking flight. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a battle, a high octane battle of the best possible proportions. A bit sloppy right now in that far right wing, and not really a decent pass, but not exploited either by Rosary High School. Our Lady of Perpetual Succour trying to exploit the channel, and that's quite a run down that left wing. It stays very much in play. That's a decent piece of dribbling work there. Well controlled, goes outside, sends in the cross. The goalkeeper eventually putting in a staunch save there. That will lead to a corner. Pressure here for Rosary High School. It seems that despite the aggression that they have shown in the first few minutes, they are not really happy with the kind of development that this game has taken. And a very massive corner coming in. Out of nowhere, there was a player waiting, poaching for that opportunity. He got a chance, and he unloaded a shot, but he couldn't place it well. He sent it straight down the gully of the goalkeeper. And it was a simple save at the end of the day, but kudos to the goalkeeper, who had some exceptional positional sense, who stayed rooted to the spot, and eventually halted what could have been goal number 2 for OLPS. Now this is some phenomenal action. This is some high-octane drama. This is a pulsating encounter that would keep you riveted to the screens, ladies and gentlemen. And you cannot simply go. And guess what? This contest is brought to you live by the courtesy of Reliance Foundation Youth Sports. So if you are watching this on the YouTube channel of Reliance Foundation Youth Sport, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to their official YouTube channel, because this is just one contest. Believe me, we have contests like these on a regular basis, wherein the youth of the nation come together to embrace their dreams early, to embrace the sport early in their life. And this is a platform of the highest possible caliber. This is a platform of the highest possible exposure, and you should not be willing to miss that at any cost. And that's a decent pass, and that's he tries to drive forward with that ball. That's quite a delivery, in fact, but before he could have made it count, the flag went up. Now we are almost at the cusp of the end of first half, or rather the end of the first half of the first half. So it's a 30-minute half, so 15 minutes. And this is a great run. Chance here for Rosary High School to take the lead, to equalize. And they have done it with clinical distinction. What a phenomenal delivery was that! And what a picture perfect run and a picture perfect finish to make it all square at the Uchada complex. As it's 1-all, Rosary High School, definitely the better of the two teams, at least until now, has eventually managed to restore parity despite conceding an early goal. And now OLPS will have some important thinking to do. They took that lead. They were pretty opportunistic. They did come knocking close to the goal as well, at least a couple of times. But now that Rosary High School has found the back of the net, this goal can do them a world of good. This goal can give them the major impetus that they are looking forward to. They have stitched together a priceless salvo that has paid off handsome dividends at the moment. Now the question is the momentum that they have just procured through a phenomenal strike. Will that pay off? Can they put it to further use? Can they price out something even better from what they are doing at the moment? Now, only time shall reveal the answers. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, you should be gripped to the seats. You should not blink. Because if you blink, this is what happens. Another cracker of an effort from distance came floating in towards OLPS. Just a bit unfortunate that Rosary High School couldn't keep it on target. Now that's some phenomenal, some electric brand of attacking football. And now OLPS willing to use that left side. Does he have the support that he needs to make it count? Well, at the moment it seems like he doesn't. And now Rosary High School has a chance to break. Does a decent piece of dribbling. Dribbles his way past not one, not two, but three defenders. The ball stays alive and very much in the danger zone. Can a shot come floating in? The shot does come in, but he's dragged it wide. Quite a great opportunity again. You'll have to utilize those opportunities because if you don't, you will not keep on having them. There may be occasions where you may end up with a dried fuel tank. So if you want to stay in the hunt, you'll have to stay in the hunt for the good. And that's quite a long run again. Quite a chase. The question is who will win it? At the end of it all, Rosary High School wins it emphatically. Puts in a foot ahead. Keeps the ball at their possession. Try and assess a few options that can give them the leeway to drive forward. To drive with a lot more perfection and accuracy. To drive in a much more menacing manner. To drive after a decent run. It's going to be a throw in here in favor of Rosary High School. Quickly throws it, but it doesn't seem like that he'll have much joy with that. That was repelled away for another throw in. So another throw in here for Rosary High School. They'll take their time. They like to control the tempo at the moment because the momentum is in their favor. They'll have to be a bit more accurate when it comes to passes, but at the end of the day, you also need to understand that these are young kids. So for them, what matters is that the ball keeps on rolling. And that's a decent piece of interception there from Rosary High School. Sends it forward. The ball's received by the player at the far end. But before he could have posed a serious question, the linesman had already flagged it offside. Sends a long-ranging effort there. The ball still stays here. with Rosary High School before Our Lady of Perpetual Succour managed to get to the ball. The goalkeeper coming out of his line once again and making a mess of affairs there. Completely misjudged the line. Now, this is not for the first time. This has so far been a recurrent motive. It seems that the goalkeeper is pretty much of a sweeper keeper there. Now, if you have to be a sweeper keeper, you need to have a decent sense of your timing, a decent sense of outing. Now, there were two defenders on the ball, so eventually, I don't think that the goalkeeper needed to charge out of his line. He just needed to communicate it to the defender. So there was a sense of poor communication coming in. Then there was a sense of poor judgment, poor outing. And all of it, if multiplied, can be absolutely devastating. Chance here, the entire goal gapes at them, but it doesn't seem like they'll have much joy because he started the run a bit too early. And that was eventually flagged as offside. So a sigh of reprieve here for Rosary High School. They'll have to be careful in what they are doing because as things stand, OLPS has once again started coming out on the prowl. Once again has started asking the questions that was supposed to be asked a few moments back. With time, OLPS has grown into the game. It's good to see that they have matured, they have kept their heads into the game, and they have eventually came out in all guns blazing. Now, this has so far been an entertaining first half, or rather, an entertaining first 20 minutes of football. So, the question here is simple as it gets. Do we have enough folks, or do we have the required firepower to change the complexion of the game? Do we have further drama awaiting us? Does the teams have the required personnel who can put pen to paper and probably draw further blood for their respective contingencies? Now, this is a good run here. The ball remains in control of Our Lady of Rosary, and now the referee has to blow his whistle and force a free kick here. Quick free kick taken. A bit of a hurried exchange there on the sides. It doesn't seem like they'll have much joy doing that. The ball stays with OLPS, and eventually it'll be a throw in now in favor of Rosary High School. Now that was a clear and substantial push from the defender. So that is going to be a free kick here in favor of OLPS. Rosary High School has the ball now, trying to get something. Puts in a ball forward, but it's too easy for the goalkeeper at the end of the day. He charges out of the line, and the moment he started charging out of the line, I guess that was it. The ball lost its sheen and charm at that very moment. So you've got to be a bit more precise, you've got to be a bit more accurate when you're delivering those passes, because at the end of the day, those passes has the capability to wreak immense havoc. Opportunity, it stays with them. Can they unleash an effort? Takes the shot! And he's dragged that wide. A golden opportunity again for Rosary High School, but it was well defended, to be honest. Now, how do you defend the ball when even if you've got any touch to it? It's about off the ball movement. It's about clamping down the space that you have for a shot. The more free space you have for a shot, the easier it gets. But the moment that space is being cut short, that becomes very difficult for you to keep your shot on target. But at the end of the day, it's necessary. It's very necessary that you have decent off the ball movement, because the moment you start producing those off the ball movements, it's something iconic, in fact. Like, the better you move off the ball, the more of an impact you have on the game. That's interesting, considering the complexion of the game that we've had so far. Tries to find that ball on the far left. Thought thinks of probing the goalkeeper from a bit of a yonder there. Won't really be successful, but there was another incident that just unfurled ahead of us. The goalkeeper chasing all the way out to the right. Now, if the attacker of Rosary High School could have laid claim to the ball clean, that could have been some serious trouble. And the best part is that there was a defender who was actually marking this player. So, was it needed for the goalkeeper to charge out of his line? And once again, some serious trouble that is brewing for the goalkeeper. But eventually, the goalkeeper does a phenomenal job of cutting it short. The struggle for the ball continue there. Not really much success and joy for the teams here. So it's OLPS will have a throw in for themselves. So as things stand, it seems that it's not going to be a 30-minute half. Rather, it's going to be a 25 minutes half, and the halftime whistle has been blown. And the scores are right now locked in an impasse, in a 1-all impasse. It was Our Lady of Perpetual Succour who got an early lead through a brilliant team goal, and it was Rosary High School who managed to find the back of the net from a phenomenal finish in case of a one-on-one. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere, for we have 25 minutes of thrilling action still to come up from this contest, and definitely an entire contest, a senior boys awaiting us all. So return shortly as we will in a span at the next few minutes.
ज्यूस यायचे थंड पाणी बॉटल ठेवायला जायचे. तेव्हा ती टीम पण मोठी होती ही टीम झाडवरची आहे. मला ती टीम ही टीमच नाही दिसत आहे. दिसतच नाही आपल्याला तेव्हा काही आय डी वगैरे होते बॅचेस
अशीलच दिली आय डी वगैरे.
नाही आहे बॅगेज आहे त्याच्या बॅगेत आहे पण ठेवून दिले.
माझ्या बॅगेत पण आहे.
इथं नाही.
बाहेर गेल्या हॉलमध्ये पण आय डी वगैरे दिसते.
भारी होते.
कोल्हापूरला पण होतं तसं. ऑडियन्स पण ॲक्च्युली बॅच वगैरे. एक दीपक वरती ते पण गेले.
ते कोणी दिसत नाही.
कबड्डीचे कसे जिल्हास्तरीय राष्ट्रीय तसे होते की नाही.
आता होणार चालू फुटबॉलचं पण बघतो जसं आता कबड्डीच्या मॅचेस वगैरे होतं तसं हळूहळू आपल्या मुंबईमध्ये पण आता बघ फुटबॉलला किती इम्पॉर्टंट होतं.
मुंबईमध्ये आहेत खेळणारे पोरं आहेत.
प्लॅटफॉर्म नाही आता कबड्डीला कसं याच्यात कबड्डी पण खेळायची बरोबर कोणाचा प्लॅटफॉर्मच नव्हता असं खेळण्याला आहे. आता कसं आता नुसतं राहत होतं कबड्डीच्या मॅचेस. खरं कबड्डीला आम्ही डी फोकस खरा महाराष्ट्र त्यामध्ये ते प्रो कबड्डी वगैरे नंतर आलं त्याच्या अगोदरपासून डी फोकस काम करतो.
लाईव्ह बघायचे स्पोर्ट लाईव्ह
कबड्डी
त्याच्यामध्ये.
लाईव्ह पण तेव्हा डी फोकस नाही झालं नंतर हा प्रो कबड्डी टॉपिक चालू झाला. फर्स्ट लाईव्ह न्यू परशुरामची व्हायची आमच्या टायमाला तेव्हा मी अनिकेत दाढी परत प्रसाद राहुल आमची लय मोठी टीम होती तेव्हा जेवढी टीम ना कॅमेरा किती 2च कॅमेरा कॅमेरामॅन किती 6 असे राहायचे सगळेजण टाईमपासला. चला इथे फिरायला यायचे कोण काम करायला असं नाही फिरायला यायचे. लय मजा यायची. तेव्हा आम्ही काही ज्युनियर होता आम्ही आपले काय आपले सरनेम असतं ते नसतं कसं बोलतो आपण त्यांचं सरनेम नाही आलं ना सरनेम
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the second half of the contest. What an electric first half did we have! Rosary High School and Our Lady of Perpetual Succour duking it out till that very end. And at the moment, it's all square at the Utarda complex. And now it's Rosary High School who gets us underway, and they will be attacking on your screen from the right to the left. The question is, can they come closer? Can they find an opening? Now only time shall reveal the same. It's a throw in here. It's an early throw in.
लोड कर
So a bit of a decent play now. Quite a chase here. Sends the ball forward. It stays with OLPS, willing to take a shot but decently defended by Rosary High School. And now Rosary High School will be looking forward to break from that left wing. A quick run, attempting a forward pass. In fact, a through actually, but couldn't really find out that opening that they were so desperately looking for. It's going to be a throw in now in favor of Rosary High School. Takes one. Stitches a short pass. Ladies and gentlemen, just let me give you a quick reminder, everyone. This game is a 25 minutes a half, not the usual 30 minutes for sub-junior boys. And the reason for the same being the time constraints that we have. Now, we'll get back to that. It seems that there is an attacking opportunity on the radar, but it was not used properly. And now the tide have turned. It's going to be OLPS on the move, but for the time being, to wait. Send the ball forward. Not much success. A bit of a dance down that central channel. And eventually, it was Rosary High School who manages to lay claim to the ball. An opportunity now. Looking for some shooting space, but that was $1 million pass. What a delivery that was, but he couldn't utilize it on the first go. A chance squandered away. They'll be careful that later they do not have to regret for this chance. What a pass that was. Absolutely delectable and precise. Once again, Rosary High School keeps on knocking on the door, and it's from the right wing at the moment. This was the second time that they were venturing down that right wing, hoping to find an opportunity going their way. A bit unfortunate, however, that they couldn't find one. Nonetheless,
ह्याच्याहून कमी लाईटला आलेलो आपण
it's a throw in here in favor of Rosary High School. But not much success. That would roll out of bounds. A quick throw in here. Takes his time. Sends in a looping cross. Not menacing enough at the end of the day. Tries to test the goalkeeper from range. Repelled away. A shot comes floating in. But what a stunning save from the goalkeeper. Keeping things afloat and eventually the flag going up. Signaling an offside. Now that is some incessant pressing. That is some relentless attacking index that they managed to stitch together. Now quite a chance it was. An intense attack. What a cracker already. We can see that Rosary High School keeping the attacking index high, keeping their intent on the higher side, being very passionate and ravenous about finding the back of the net after a decent brand of football, and that was indeed some great footwork on the wings. He took on three defenders almost single-handedly. Now this can be a chance here for Rosary High School, looking for that shooting space, looking to unload. Here's an opportunity. It comes in and it's found the back of the net. Celebrations begin for Rosary High School, coming from behind. Look at this chance. Four defenders, two attackers. A contest of entirely an askew numerical equation. But guess what? It's the attackers who won because the defenders were slow up the block, and they have eventually paid the price, and quite a hefty one. Now with the time cut short, OLPS will have some serious catching up to do. They'll have a mountain to climb, and right now they are not even at the base. They have a goal for themselves. They have to score another to get back in this contest. They took an early lead, and that was through a brilliant piece of teamwork. But ever since then, it hasn't seemed like that they will find the back of the net despite all the exploits that they have had in the opposition half. OLPS sends in a brilliant ball here. This is for Rosary High, however. Rosary High, can they find the back of the net again? The ball still stays with them, takes the shot from distance, but eventually a very tame effort that will definitely not be bothering the goalkeeper at all. And it's sent downtown, however. The player is not really able to collect it at the first go. Does a decent job of snatching the ball back. A bit of a push there. The referee says that the game go on. Now it's quite a race down that right winger. That's a phenomenal piece of work. He's managed to beat the clutches of the defender. He has some space ahead. Can he get that shot? Can he get that shooting space, or maybe a pass that can spell danger? A loud appeal for handball. It's a chance here. However, the goalkeeper eventually darts out of his line to collect it. Now this is some electric action. This is some phenomenal action between the two teams. What an incredible start to the second half we've had. 6 minutes of action, 6 minutes of spellbinding action. Absolutely riveting and captivating from both sides. Ravenous for that all-important netter. Definitely Rosary High has found the back of the net through a phenomenal strike. But the question is, will OLPS relinquish to the pressure, or will they launch an attack of their own? They have already started coming out. Another fine run here. That's a brilliant through ball. A chance for them to extend the lead. Now they did, but the flag was already up. So despite that lead, we'll try and see. The confirmation is still to arrive. It doesn't seem like an offside, so most likely the goal is counted actually. And no, the goal didn't count. So it was offside while he received the ball, most likely, because the one who scored, he very much seemed within that line. But nevertheless, a great effort again. A great effort signifying the kind of rampage that Rosary High School at the moment is willing to stitch. This is a great race here. The defender, the goalkeeper coming out. But even if he would have managed to get some connection onto the ball, that would not have counted because he already started. He had a head start for himself. The head start that was not really on the books. That was a bit too illegal. Definitely thwarting another opportunity, stalling him from getting the back of the net or getting a connection that would have been his favorite. But nonetheless, it's a free kick at the end of the day for Rosary High School. Rosary High has got the taste of blood and they would want for more for themselves. A bit of a decent pass. Another long ball stitched forward. A chase down that right wing. Will he be able to reach it? But it seemed that it was a bit too out of his bounds, definitely. And the ball rolling out of bounds, signifying a goal kick now in favor of OLPS. OLPS absolutely desperate to find that equalizer. They've had a good game actually, despite the fact that they were not the dominant sides of the two. Now this is the kind of errors that they will have to avert. Now these kind of errors will not be entertained because they've already paid a price a few moments back. And if these are the kind of errors that they keep on committing in their own half, this will make life a lot easier for Rosary High. Once again, the goalkeeper coming off his line and does a decent job of finding his own man that will give him the time to return back. A bit of a slip down from the OLPS defender, allowing Rosary High to crack open another chance. A bit of a race down that right wing. And eventually the ball's fallen back for Rosary High. They keep the possession alive in their favor. A chance for them to unload an effort. Goes a bit too far from the goal than to his liking. But he still has the scope of sending in that cross or a shot. Eventually it's the cross that comes in. Not well cleared. The ball still stays with Rosary High. Decent piece of work. Now on the left. Can they get an opportunity? Can they carve a one chance towards the box? But eventually they'll have to be satiated at the end of the day with a pass that will not have the sting that they would have wanted for. They'll have to be satiated with the possession for themselves. But it seems that OLPS is also hell bent on finding that opener. They have tried hard, but once again, it seems that Rosary High is right now high enough on adrenaline and on the attacking intent, on passion, on the hunger to find the back of the net. It's important that they do. It's very important that they do. But OLPS, can they have another twist in the tail? Some late drama unfurling. The goalkeeper was again out of his line, completely lost track of the ball, but the defender ensuring that no harm befalls them. Once again, the lack of communication between the goalkeeper and the defender is extremely tangible. Now that needs to be plugged, because if that is not being plugged, this kind of miscommunication can be absolutely catastrophic for any side in the world. And honestly speaking, Rosary High has been absolutely phenomenal every single time they've gone for an attack. But if their defense keeps on committing errors like this, it can be devastating. Now, this is a chance. There was a lot of space for the player on that far left. All they needed to do was just pass it on to that player. But eventually they couldn't. They wanted to drive down the center almost single-handedly. Now, you need to understand, football is a team game, right? You cannot, I mean, you may be very talented. You may have all the dribbling skills in the world at your feet. But at the end of the day, if you're not willing to release the pass at the right moment, you may end up conceding possession. And as things stand, OLPS still need that equalizer. OLPS will still have to find the back of the net. That will require precision and all possible support, all hands in deck for them to break open that guard that right now Rosary High has posted in front of them. Quite an impregnable wall, it seems like. And now this is quite a run here. Opportunity, if we can get past the goalkeeper. Oh my word, what an error would that be? That will definitely be a card offense for sure. I believe that was a slip of a mind. The goalkeeper lost track of his bounds, bombed down that penalty box, and eventually ended up handling the ball. And it's a red card. It's heartbreak nonetheless for the goalkeeper, but he had to commit. He had to commit. He had to stop the goal at all cost. And honestly, he took one for the team, and not just one, but he took quite a staggering one for the team. And this is football, actually. Like I say, that football can be a very beautiful game, and at the same time, football can also be a very cruel and unforgiving game. You just have to hang in there. So it's a sacrifice that he eventually did. He'll now there'll be a change of goalkeeper, and it will be one of their own players taking up the onus of donning the glove. Well, definitely he will have to have a word with the preceptor. But again, this is a learning curve. It's all right. It happens. They're very young boys. So mistakes like these are common. It's mistakes like these that will teach them to grow further. They'll teach them. Now, again, like despite the fact that he had actually put a hand down to the ball, you need to understand probably that at the end of it all, uh, at the end of it all, it's the goalkeeper who showed the courage, who had the audacity, who was not willing to just let it go. He was willing to get the red card for his team, and that's actually a decent display of courage. But nonetheless, now getting back to the game, this is a free kick for Rosary High, a chance for them to test the opposition with their primary goalkeeper back in the dugout because of the marching orders that were just given a few moments back after an eye-catching howler where the goalkeeper came out of his line, completely forgot that he was not in the penalty box, and eventually ended up committing a serious error. And now this free kick The two-man wall guarding it. Now another man joins it, bolstering the forces in what can be the possible bulwark or the first line of defense in case of a free kick. Here's a chance for Rosary High to try and probe. The goalkeeper takes it. What a phenomenal free kick was that! Curling away from the goalkeeper. They're appealing for an offside, but it doesn't seem like it'll be given. What a brilliant, brilliant free kick! He was curling till the dying ember, and eventually it was pegged into the back of the net. Oh, actually, the goal has not been given, so it remains 2-1. Rosary High coming closer and closer to the net, and was almost on the cusp of making it 3-1. A bit unfortunate, however. A bit of a push there, allowing the opposition to retain or to rather to fizzle this opportunity away in history as a wasted effort. And now Rosary High, they have the numerical advantage. They also have a goals advantage, so they have definitely been the technically superior side of these two. So quite obvious that they will like to build further momentum to this. They will like to press harder from here. They will like to push harder from here. And that's what matters. That is absolutely what matters. That is what makes this game. Another chance for Rosary High. Takes it and takes it well. Finds the back of the net. This game is going light years away from OLPS now. It's going out of bounds. They were denied twice despite finding the back of the net. But this time they were very much in bounds and they were well placed for a chance. And it's 3-1 in favor of Rosary High now. What a start we've had, and what a game we have had actually. Rosary High dictating the narrative emphatically at the moment. And while we say this, this is the kind of contest we want to witness. This is the kind of, well, that was a bit too unnecessary. A bit of a push there, a loss of temper, quite obvious because at the end of the day, it's football. So these things like these will happen. But again, not really a foul, a throw given in favor of Rosary High. And now a free kick here in favor of OLPS. Actually, a foul throw. So just to give you all a heads up, now this incredible encounter that you're witnessing at the moment with two sub-junior boys, only by the names, the kind of football that they have stitched, the kind of gentry that they have posted, it has been absolutely phenomenal, and it will put the pros to shame on any given day. The kind of sense that they have shown, and that is incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Now, this contest of these youth, of these young kids, embracing their dreams early, is brought to you live by the official YouTube channel of Reliance Foundation Youth Sports. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to continue witnessing such high voltage, high octane, incredibly talented kids coming forward and dishing out their very best gilt-edged performances like these, you cannot afford to miss hitting the like, share, and subscribe button for Reliance Foundation Youth Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the dreams unfold. This is where magic happens, and you got to witness it firsthand. So it's an honest request from our end. Kindly do like, share, and subscribe as your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your dear ones, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, everybody whom you see on the screen, your children, they're all playing it out. They're all playing it out for glory. So you need to support them firsthand, and that is why we request you again, kindly hit the like, share, and subscribe button for the Reliance Foundation Youth Sports official YouTube channel, so that we can carry on to bring these games to you with equal amount of dedication and commitment. It's a pleasure for us. It's an honor for us. And while we say this, there was another opportunity brewing from Rosary High School as we head towards the close of the regulation time. Rosary High School want further goals for themselves. They want to make this a statement of assertion. They want to make this a statement of domination, rather imperious domination. They are absolutely running riots at the moment. And OLPS seems like that they have curled themselves back in an integument of defense. They're not able to break free. It seems like the stranglehold that they find themselves in will really not be producing, or will really not be doing them any good. And that's a decent piece of work from Rosary High, but the referee has blown the whistle, eventually imparting a free kick here. There's a free kick now, taken by OLPS, Our Lady of Perpetual Succour, but they couldn't really clear it away. The ball's fallen back for Rosary High. Some shooting space again ahead of them. Like to test the goalkeeper from distance. Keeps the ball in his control. Eventually takes the shot a bit too far, a bit in more of an oblique manner that they would have wanted, in the ball flying out of the woodwork for a goal kick now. Final 5 minutes of regulation time coming up for these young kids. What an incredible encounter we have witnessed. There are 4 goals being scored, and 2 brilliant teams in action. Absolutely phenomenal to witness. A bit of a foul there, a bit of a push. The referee saying that it was slightly against the regulations of football. You've got used to that. Got to get used to that, and that's all right. That's not a problem at all, actually. Now this is a free kick now in favor of OLPS, a chance for them to break free, but an excellent piece of defensive work, a stellar piece of defense, denying them from creating an infringement that could have put some kind of pressure on Rosary High. But Rosary High stands tall at the moment. Our Lady of Perpetual Succour trying to create those long balls, but eventually it seems a bit too clueless, a bit too haywire, and pretty wild for anyone's liking. So the push continues. It's from the left. They're still looking for the chance. Sends a brilliant ball forward. Does a decent work, and now they drive closer to the goal. There were a couple of defenders blocking it, and eventually a player's gone down. The referee has given away the advantage, considering the fact that the ball's now with Our Lady of Perpetual Succour, who can actually drive forward and create an opportunity. But once again, a lag there from the midfielder. He should have done better than that. He should have actually pushed it harder. It's understandable that at the end of it all, they are lacking the energy that they want for themselves. Now that's a brilliant ball. Chance for a shot. Defended on the first go, taken on the second, and it's 4-1 now in favor of Rosary High. A bit of a scrambling effort at the end of the day. The goalkeeper struggling, not clearing it at first go. Once again, the confusion between the goalkeeper, the lack of communication, allowing RHS, Rosary High, to find the back of the net for a staggering 4th time. And this is game, set, and match. Even though a few more minutes are remaining on the clock. So we will not be using that term right away, because you never know. We may have one more goal in this contest, and it can come from any of these sides. Both these sides have been attacking. But ever since they lost that man, they had lost the steam that they had. They have lost the solidity with which they defended. Their goalkeeper had to leave the field because he was given marching orders for committing a very silly error that could have been averted, and ever since then, it has just been a sorry tale of some disgruntled football, a sorry tale of lack of cohesion, a sorry tale of lacking of momentum, lacking of steam. Opportunity again for Rosary High. Lets one fly, but straight into the player, guarding in front, not allowing an iota, a modicum of space for that shot to take flight. Here's a free kick once again now in favor of Rosary High. Another opportunity. Can they make it 5-1? They will be desperate to find the back of the net. They have been absolutely sublime today, despite the fact that they were the first one to concede. They have returned in the best possible manner. Once again, a shot from distance. The ball still stays with Rosary High. Opportunity. What a phenomenal piece of defense would that be? Throwing his body in the line, and eventually staving it away for a corner. That has been some excellent work there from
कॉर्नर मार रहे भाई.
Our Lady of Perpetual Succour. What a phenomenal piece of defense. And eventually now a corner as we head into the final 30 seconds of regulation time. A brilliant game of 50 minutes, a bit short than usual, a curtailed encounter due to time restraints, but nonetheless, the 50 minutes of football that we have witnessed have been gilt edged, have produced some razor sharp opportunities, have seen some brilliant display by these young kids, have stayed witness to some pile drivers and some phenomenal blocks and saves. So it has been a complete game and it has also witnessed to a red card. So unfortunate, but nonetheless, that's football. That is football at its majestic best. That is football played by young kids at its majestic best. Another chance here for Rosary High, and they have found the back of the net for a staggering fifth time. This is a momentous win for them. They have spread eagled the Our Lady of Perpetual Successor emphatically. It's a 5-1 margin. It is absolute domination. It is carnage at the Utarda complex as Rosary High are running riot. They have been frenetic in the second half and they have snatched away the bragging rights from the very jaws of a lead that they considered early in the game. And that is game, set, match for Rosary High. What an incredible encounter. What a phenomenal exchange of attack. What a phenomenal exchange of haymakers. And at the end of the day, a 10-man Our Lady of Perpetual Succour eventually will have to be satiated with that solitary goal that got them that early lead. A bit of a heartbreak for these young kids, but nonetheless a lot to learn, and they have definitely have enjoyed the 50 minutes of action. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me make this very clear. If you are thinking of going anywhere, we have a short break right now. We have another exciting encounter, this time of the senior boys coming up, and we will be back very shortly. Do not go anywhere, because if you go, you're gonna miss actions like these. And once again, here's your commentator signing off from the encounter, giving a final confirmation: Rosary High School 5, Our Lady of Perpetual Succour 1. That's all from this game. Thank you everyone for joining in.
काय रे टीसी कोणाची मगाची मगाशी आपण केलेला तो ना आयटम बरोबर ना.